Okay, so basically I got all the lower framing done and the body is bolted to the frame. And so basically you need to put your floor panels in. So this would have been done originally how Ford had this, these were actually wood. Most of the floor was wood in these things. And it's best not to put wood back in because it's not very rot resistant, and it's also stronger if you do everything out of metal. And the original floors, as you saw earlier, were really bad shape. They were, you know, welded and cut and rusted. So this is all new metal in here, and it's going to be quite a bit different than how it was originally. Just using flat sheet metal for the most part. This part was rolled. I like to make them out of cardboard templates first, just to make sure everything is sitting correctly, and because it's not all straight, you know, these aren't square. So and I just transfer the template over to sheet metal, cut it out, and then weld it in. This is not exactly big enough, but I'm just going to use it because I'm trying to save some metal here. As you can see, like a 1/4 inch smaller, but got it fit on there. Just using 18 gauge steel. This is some old stuff, so I'm going to have to clean it up. And then we drop it out. You can see back here, so the way I did this floor, designed the suspension and everything, it was so I could still have a trunk, you know. So a lot of these cars are built and they just put a fuel tank right in the trunk, and it's kind of exposed to the passenger compartment, all that stuff, so it's a little bit of a safety issue. And also it's inconvenient because there's a fuel tank in your trunk. So I built a custom tank to go underneath of the floor. Initially these cars had the fuel tank in the front over the steering column, which is kind of a weird place to have it. So I had to put a fuel tank somewhere, and it wasn't going to be there. So I had it here. There's a lot of places you could have had the exit or the fill, but I chose right here. I got this cool vintage kit. Get out of here. We're filming. Don't you know?
What a dick.
So this is a cool vintage cap. It's like an old school speed part. You can see on the suspension, it basically has 2 front control arms, and there's a springs mounted directly over the axle. I have a panhard bar to keep it from swaying back and forth, and then the shocks go in here. So really simple suspension, really compact in a way that still gives me a whole bunch of space in here. So a little extra effort involved, extra thinking, and but definitely going to be worth it in the end. Okay, back here we have pretty much the same thing going on. Welded in all the suspension components so I can cover it up now. Just making some templates. With this one, it's going to bend here at the end and then weld in. So be a little bit more intricate, but pretty much the same thing. Just gonna try to roll some beads in it. Okay, so I got it marked out. What I'm gonna do is do some bead rolling in it. Basically just gives it a little lip and it strengthens the metal and it kind of gives it a cool look. And it's kind of a half homemade tool here. See? It's all gonna get covered up with carpet anyways, but okay, got this piece welded in, or tack welded for the most part. What it is, if I didn't explain it before, is the water hits this drip edge. It just came down here. It's kind of unfinished because this trunk used to be a rumble seat, so it tipped back, but they had changed it to this other kind of hinge, so this had to be reconfigured. But I'm going to finish weld this in, do some sanding and grinding, and then we'll be pretty much done in the trunk here. And I think the next step, well, I'm going to finish the roof. This is tin work up there, but after that I think we've got to take the body off and finish the underbody, finish the rust patching, and then like paint all this stuff and put it back on the frame. So keep going.
A lot of work.